about Law of Attraction?
As a book?
No, and then the thing.
I mean, I feel
Like,
like it has
you
a
fit
lot of...
Napoleon Hill. Is it good? Is it real? Do you think it's a real thing? You believe in magic? You know, like I'm just curious. I don't know. Like,
I don't believe in the magical part of it. I feel like there is a lot to energies and what you put out and getting back, and also like I feel like I've seen it work in my personal life, you know. So like I
they
believe
can't hear you when you look at that.
I feel like I've seen the principles of it work in my personal life, so I believe in it. What about you?
I don't know, man. I'm on the fence. Like I used to, like be really. Then it's like I just feel like the most of the results that came from a lot of hard work. It's like, so maybe there's something to it. Maybe there's not. Like I think, like for instance, let's say you sit and visualize your goal all day, and you write all your shit down, and you end up accomplishing your goals, right? Like you said, like. But think about the person who's maybe it's like just the person who's willing to do that is also willing to work as hard as they need to. Like I don't know nobody who's this shit just fell in their lap. It seems like it's always like no matter how much you fucking visualize, it seems like you still have the success people I know still put in a lot of work. I haven't met anyone who doesn't put in a lot of work.
But aren't you attracting more successful people as you succeed more and as you put in that effort? You're meeting people that have equaled that effort in their own way. And so like it's like you are getting more of what you're putting out, or you're finding people that have done what you've done in other ways, and you're becoming friends with those people, and we're making more contacts and
I mean,
like that.
but I don't know if there's anything mystical. I don't know, like if any, because it might just. I mean, like why do I know these people, right? Because they want me to fucking promote them on someone. So I mean, truth be told, right? You know, they like, you know, if I was just some nigga, Ty Lopez wouldn't invite us to his house when we were in town. You know, honestly, you know, it's because you know I have something of value. So I don't know if that has anything to do with the law of attraction. No, it's just like they know they look at me as a commodity. And you know, I mean, like just from a, you know what I'm saying, like.
I mean,
I'm not saying it's not.
When we met, that was like the law of attraction happening. I feel like because it's like
You was looking for a dope ass black nigga to mentor you.
it's like we were into the same shit, you know. Yeah, or like we. I feel like I was motivated by your drive, and I don't know about you, but who knows? Maybe you know that has something to do with it. I feel like.
Man, I just
To a certain degree, we attract who we are, you know.
There's definitely like birds of a feather flock together, but I think that's you can also. I think I'm being slick, scratching my ass, and I look at in the mirror. Jeez. All right, but it's more like I mean I don't know if that's like if there's anything mystical about that though, right? Because it's just you like people like you. That's like psychology. Like you like people that are like you. You're more comfortable. That comes from our old tribal days. You know, everybody had to be similar, and we were into some of the same shit. So I don't know if what you're saying. Everything you're saying is correct, but I don't know if it's mystical. And I'm not saying it's not. I don't know if that shit might be true. Yeah. I'm just saying I don't know. I'm on the fence.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really on the fence.
Does he talk about that a lot in the book?
Who?
Napoleon Hill.
Well, Napoleon Hill's. I mean, that's his shit. You know, like I mean, that's Napoleon. That's what he's known for. You know, Think and Grow Rich. It's Think and Grow Rich. You know, like that. I mean, that's the first big book on the law of attraction. Like that's. I mean, he's as far as I'm concerned, he's the founder of that movement. You know, like so that's just what made me think about it. It's like, I mean, I don't know that it's not true, but I just know that because you can explain all of it away. I mean, everything that I've seen. Like, you can rationally explain it out without having to go into anything mystical or right? But it might be, though. Like, it might, like, there's certain, like, you know, vibration. Maybe that shit is true. Maybe it's not, though. Honestly, maybe it's not. Maybe all this shit is just fucking cause and effect. You work hard, you get shit. And you know, maybe. Or, but what I know it's not true, it's like in The Secret, you know, when the motherfucker wanted a bike, so he just drew a bunch of cool pictures of bikes all the time, and then the old nigga dropped the bike off at his doorstep and he didn't have to suck his dick for it. You know? I don't think that's reality. Ain't no old man giving no kid a free bike without letting him touch him. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the kid didn't do shit. He just got the bike. Yeah. But then again, okay, okay. I say that. Then at the same time, I know. All right, so this is a girl. Let me tell you the story. This is a girl. I never told this story to anybody, so this is exclusive form shit. That I really like, and she was on the cover of some magazine that came out, like some local magazine in DC. And we were in college. She went away for the summer, and then like I was in that whole summer. I was into her. I had a fucking copy of that magazine in the car. I kept with it at the studio. I kept it home, and I was like,
put it up in the passenger seat, so she's riding with you everywhere you go.
She was everywhere I was at. There was an issue with that magazine there, and I kind of like, I was kind of compulsive about her. Like I put the pussy on a pedestal, you know, and then I'm gonna live with that bitch now. So like, I mean, who's to say that wouldn't have happened though, right? But I
got a similar story.
Yeah.
Very, very similar. I think I've told you before, but I haven't told you.
You haven't told the people.
So I'm in London.
Hey, food ready? Ooh.
Nice. We'll be right there. It was like 5 minutes. So I'm in London, right? And I'm dating this girl at the time. I'm at her house watching a soap opera, an Australian soap opera. So it's much better than the American ones. And I see this girl. She's just guest starring on the show at the time. And I'm like, damn, that girl is so fine. I love it. And I don't do that a lot. I don't do that a lot with actresses or shows anyway. Years later, I forget about the girl. Years later, I'm at my job in New York City. So, very different place. And this girl walks up and asks me for something. And I was like, oh shit. We had a little quick exchange. She goes inside. I'm like, I'm definitely going to talk to that girl, get her number, try to get her number before she leaves. 2 minutes later, she comes back out to the front because I'm the doorman at the spot. And she asked me for my number. Ends up being an actress in town for her premiere.
And crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. So that seems mystical because that's shit that doesn't even happen in movies, let alone real life. But we ended up.
Crazy.
It ended up being that girl from the show that I was watching on the couch. I went home, I watched her reel because she gave me her info. And I was like, all right, cool. And we were like BBMing each other like all the rest of the night, and we were just making each other laugh and like being real flirty. And then we dated for like a month. It was awesome. Some of the best sex I've ever had with that girl, and that's mystical law of attraction shit. So who knows?
But it could be random too.
It could be completely random. That's a crazy coincidence, though. Crazy coincidence.
I wanted this keyboard. It was called a Roland Phantom. It was like when I was and I wanted it really bad. It cost like $2,000, and I kept a picture of that bitch in my pocket, like for months. And then my dad won $100,000. I swear to God, playing blackjack. And one day he said, "Yo, man, I'm about to take you to buy that shit you want." Now, who's to say that wouldn't have happened, right? Yeah, but it happened. So I mean, but I don't know, like if it would happen because I've had dope shit happen to me without that, you know. And the shit that I fucking visualized, it didn't happen, you know, too. Mm-hmm. You know, like so, like that makes me feel like who knows.